Today, guys, I'm gonna be talking about the dangers of having a crush. And I know, guys, the hair's looking different, but let's stay focused on today's topic. And I'm gonna start off this video with finding a clip I saw the other day that I think kind of explains some of my points, so I'll play that now.
Are you really in love, or is it just a crush? The difference matters more than you might think. When you have a crush, you see perfection. You build an ideal version of someone in your mind, focusing on their best parts while ignoring everything else. You're not falling for who they actually are, but for who you've imagined them to be. This fantasy feels amazing. Your heart races at the sight of them. You think about them constantly, but you're not connecting with a real person, just the flawless image you've created. Real love works differently. It sees the whole person, their strengths and weaknesses, their beauty and their mess. It doesn't need them to be perfect, it accepts them as they are, complicated and human. With genuine love, you know their flaws and care about them anyway. You see their bad days, their struggles, their less attractive sides, and you choose them still. Ask yourself honestly, do you love who they really are, or just who you imagine them to be? True connection isn't built on fantasies. It's built on seeing someone clearly and choosing them anyway.
So yeah, I think that clip does hit several points I want to talk about, but I'll start with why I think a crush is a bad thing. And it's not on the surface a bad thing, but it's what can make it become a problem in your life. So with a crush, you can easily become obsessed, because a crush isn't just like liking someone and maybe they like you back too. A crush is where you kind of like just really like this person, you almost obsess about them and you can't stop thinking about them, which I know feelings happen and stuff like that, but obsession can lead to idolization, and then at that point, in a way, you're kind of worshiping that person, or you're putting them up on a pedestal that they don't need to be at. The only person you should idolize, I guess, or worship is Jesus, of course. That's my first point. Do not let a crush become an idol, and it can easily happen because feelings happen, but it can also be dangerous because it can lead you down a path where if you've had problems in the past fixating on girls or whatever, that could become a problem for you. It has for me before. Recently, I feel like God's really been telling me, or showing me rather. I don't like to say God told me this because that's not always the case. But He's been showing me through the past year and a half that maybe right now is not the season for me to get a girlfriend. Actually, the first video I ever made on this channel was why you shouldn't date in high school, so I know some of you guys watched that one. So I felt like recently I had this feeling that God was showing me that, like, Nathan, why are you so focused on having a relationship with a girlfriend when you aren't focused at all having a relationship with me? And I felt like that really did hit me, because it's true. I've been super focused on like trying to get a girlfriend and not focused that much really on my relationship with God, which is not what you want to do, because then you're putting a girl over God, and you can see the imbalance there. You should have God first, keep God first in your life. I think that's a good thing to live by, of course, but yeah, so I definitely had to realize that. And so like this summer, I'm not gonna try to pursue any girls in college. Maybe a different story, but we'll see. I'm gonna really try to rely on God, because I feel like you do have to put some effort, don't get me wrong. You can't just do nothing and expect to get a girlfriend. You gotta shoot your shot every so often, but like I feel like God will quote unquote bring in the right person into your life. Like it will come naturally. You won't have to force stuff. I've talked about this with my friends before, about how I feel about it, and like that's what I think will happen. Like you'll make friends, whether that be in college or at work, and it will happen naturally like that. It won't be a situation where you have a crush and something happens. I know rare scenarios like that can happen, but that's just my opinion on the matter. So yeah. So then the third point is, like I've been saying, a crush isn't necessarily a bad thing on the surface. You can have feelings for someone, but one, you can't obsess over it, and two, you can't put them above God. But thirdly of all, you gotta treat them like they're a human being. They aren't like a superstar or a model, or maybe they even are. Maybe it's a celebrity crush, but they're also a human being. So just take that into account, guys. You're like, and this goes for mostly guys, it can go for girls too, but a lot of you guys, or from what I can tell, like, not many guys have the social skills to talk to girls, so they think it's like way different than talking to a regular human, but it's not, guys. It's just literally the other gender. So yeah, that's all I really had planned to talk about for this topic. Of course, I'm driving, guys, so sorry if I wasn't paying much attention to the camera, but what's going on? And yeah, tell me what you think of the cut, guys. I think it looks pretty good myself, but yeah. Also, I apologize for taking another week break, but there was a Gorilla Tube video that dropped. Also, it was a biblical related video. Very fun video to make. I've had that one planned for a few months now, and I finally got around to it, so I think it's a banger. As of right now, I don't know how it's doing, but the screenshot on screen will show you how it's doing. So if it's underperforming, go give it a watch, and if it's popping off and you haven't seen it, go give it a watch. But as usual, if you guys have like a minute, stay for this prayer. So God, thank you so much to the person on the other screen that's watching this. I pray, God, for your wisdom to be over me and to be over them. I pray that you lead me, God, to follow you, and that I'll keep you first in my life, in my priorities, through my actions. And that, Lord, I know that in time things will work out. We'll find a person that you have for us. But if that's not your calling for us right now, I pray that I will be obedient to that. So, in your name I pray, God. Amen. And another point that I was realizing while praying that I forgot to say is, a lot of the times this prayer helps me when I think I have feelings for a girl, and this is kind of how the prayer goes. I sometimes pray it seriously, and sometimes nonchalantly if I don't want her to come out to not be the one for me, or whatever, or like if the girl's not the one, I don't want to pray, but I still do pray it because it's worked every time so far, because I still don't have a girlfriend. But the prayer goes like this. It's basically like, God, show me if this is the one, or if this isn't the one, God, show me through you. It's something around those lines. I basically just pray like, God, show me if this is the one, and if they aren't the one for me, just cut them out of my life, or show me in a way that they aren't the one for me, and this isn't my time. It's something like that. Maybe I'm butchering how I usually pray, but every time I've done that, yeah, it's either like, and don't think it's like, oh, are you sure that's why? I'm honestly pretty sure, because I'll be like talking to these girls, or talking to a girl for like weeks, and back and forth. We even like called a few times, and then they'll start ghosting me out of the blue, out of nowhere, and they literally won't like respond to any text. Now maybe they're busy, but like it shows they're seen, because on Instagram you can see that. So I know they're leaving me on red. And then another time, or two times I think it's happened, where I'll get texts where they're like, I don't want to seem like I'm leading you on. And yeah, that doesn't make me feel sad or anything. It just helps me realize, okay, every time I get something like that, which has only happened, don't think I'm always shooting my shot out here, boys, and I'm airballing every time, 0 from the field. But like the 4 or 5 times it's happened, I realize, okay, God's telling me, not yet, not yet. And I'm only now coming around being like, okay, that's what God's really saying, is like, not right now. So don't keep trying, at least for this summer. and going into college. But yeah, like I said, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and I appreciate you watching as always. Have a good day. God bless, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.